Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shah, Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Ruach Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners. And double honors to the men that taught our elders and apostles. Double honors to them as well, so we could have the 100% truth here in the end time. This is your brother Yakar Aben from Great Millstone, Houston. It's coming back with another lesson. We're going to start out here in First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 11. It says, "In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we've departed from them, we have had much sorrow. It says, For this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief." So this is an account that happened in the Greek captivity. You know, so the Greek captivity was approximately 150 years prior to, the coming of our Lord. So what did the Israelites call these people? You know, what did the Israelites call these people? Because, there were certain ordinances that you couldn't do as an Israelite, or else you would be cut off from your people. So I just typed in "cut off from your people," and it shows 31 times. And the first one, it says Genesis 17 and 14, "And the uncircumcised man child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He have broken my covenant." So, okay, in Maccabees, that's exactly what they did. So what would the people call them? Okay, in the New Testament, these people were called Gentiles, because they had broken the covenant, and they were cast off from their people. I'm going to get that here, and this should explain it. This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who were called uncircumcision by that which was called circumcision in the flesh made by hands." So the people that were keeping the customs and the laws were called the circumcision, and the Israelites that weren't keeping the laws and fell off were called uncircumcision. This is Ephesians 2 and 12, "That at that time ye were without the anointed, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without the Most High in the world. But now, in Yahweh Shah Mashiach, or Yahweh Shah the Anointed, who who sometimes were far off, are made nigh by the blood of the Anointed." It says, "For he is our peace, who have made both one, and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself twain one new man, so making peace." And it says, having abolished in his flesh the enmity. Look up the word enmity. It's a Greek G 2, 1, 8, 9. It says enmity, hostility, implication, reason of opposition, enmity, hatred. So he has abolished the hatred in the flesh, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances. So, therefore being, we had, it says, these are the laws of ordinances where any of these different things that you did, you would be cut off from your people. And the Lord had cut Israel off from his people. It said, whosoever it be that eateth any manner of blood, even that soul shall be cut off from his people. So there was all kinds of different ordinances to have you cut off from your people, therefore becoming a Gentile. It says, and that he might reconcile both unto the Most High in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby, and came to preach peace to you which were far off, and to them that were not. So it says, for through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High. Let's look that up. Fellow citizens. Possession of the same citizenship with others. A fellow citizen. That's G487. Sympalitis. A native of the same town. Co-religionist. No, this means now. Let's get it. It's Romans 9. It's not up there. Let's get it. So, this is Romans 9. It says, for I wish that myself were accursed from the anointed for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises. So these are the only people that it pertains to, who are Israelites. You have to be an Israelite, a blood-born Israelite, in order to receive the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High. I mean, it's all throughout the Bible. I have an article I'm getting ready to read, but this is Psalms 147:19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So, got this quick article I'm going to go over. It says, the Jews, the Greeks, and the Gentiles, who are they? As the gospel of Yahweh's message, this Yahshua, this is an incorrect name. It's definitely an incorrect name. There's no E's in the ancient Hebrew, and our Lord spoke Hebrew. So his name is Yahweh. So as the gospel of Yahweh's message was spread throughout the land, mostly documented in the book of Acts, 3 people groups are mentioned: the Jews, the Greeks, and the Gentiles. Unfortunately, due to misinterpretation and mistranslation of the text, there is a lot of misunderstanding over who these people are. So we automatically know that if it's talking about salvation, that it's talking about the Israelites, because the Lord only showed His word to Jacob. We can get that in uh, Second Esdras chapter 6. Esdras 6. It says, mm, this is Second Esdras chapter 6 and verse 54. Okay, well, let's go 53. Upon the sixth day thou gavest commandment unto the earth that before thee should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. After these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So, I mean, that says it all right there. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, this is through Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Thou said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So, that being said, I mean, so we know that when it's referring to uh, salvation for Gentiles or Greeks, it's talking about Israelite foreigners. And the Jews is just one tribe. I mean, that's one tribe. It's going to get into that. It says the Gentiles, the Greek word ethnos, Strong's 1-4, I guess that would be, G1484, literally means nation. This word is used in the 2,000-year-old Greek Septuagint to translate the Hebrew word for goy. I guess that would be Strong's G1471, which also means nation. A nation is any group of people living or working under one rule. Many different nations are mentioned in the Bible, including the Canaanites, Egyptians, Moabites, Armenians, and others, but more importantly, even Israel is called a nation. And it says, I will make of thee, Israel, a great nation. Goy, Genesis 12:2. And of good report among all the nation, ethnos, of the Jews, Acts 10:20. Translating the Greek word ethnos in the New Testament as Gentile is problematic, while the word Gentile does mean one belonging to a tribe or clan. It has come universally it has come universally mean a non-Jew. It has come universally mean a non-Jew. But as we have seen, the words goy and ethnos do not mean a non-Jew. They mean one who belongs to a tribe or a clan. And yes, they have, a lot of these words are stumbling blocks for Christians, and I guess Israelites as well, you know. But no, that's not the case. It says translating the Greek word ethnos in the New Testament as Gentile is problematic. While the word Gentile does mean one belongs to a tribe or a clan, it can universally mean a non-Jew. But as we have seen, the words goy and ethnos do not mean a non-Jew. They mean one who belongs to a tribe or clan. Who are the ethnon nations, plural for ethnos, mentioned in the New Testament? I'm sure that most people are familiar with the 10 lost tribes from the northern nation of Israel that was taken into captivity by the Assyrians in the 8th century. It's believed by most that these 10 lost tribes are lost, but that is not exactly true, at least not in the same sense that people assume. This is where they start going off. And there was one Anna, a prophetess, a daughter of Phanuel of the tribe of Asher, Luke 2 and 36. The tribe of Asher is one of the 10 lost tribes, but as we can see, Anna from the tribe of Asher is not lost. The lost tribes are not lost in the sense of missing, but in the sense of walking away from the teachings of Yahweh. Yeah, this is not Yahweh. It's supposed to be Yahweh. There are no E's in the Paleo Hebrew. Even Yahushua mentions that his mission was to reach the lost tribes and commissions his disciples to do the same. But Yahushua answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 15 and 24. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 10 and 6. Even James mentions that he is a servant to the 12 tribes, which would include the 10 lost tribes. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings, James 1 and 1. So, I mean, it it goes into, I mean, you can read this article for yourself, but yeah, it goes into the book of Maccabees where I had just read. But yeah, so the Greeks, the Jews, and the proselytes are all Israelites, blood Israelites, some knowing, some not knowing. And I mean, that's just what it is. There's no it's not open to the other nations. Nothing is open to the other nations. The other nations are heathens, and they're not they're not included in the promises, the giving of the law, none of that. This is Galatians chapter. I'm gonna end it out on this. This is, but when the fullness of the time was come, the Most High sent His Son, made of a woman, under the law, meaning that she followed the laws of purification, to redeem them that were under the law, that He might receive the adoption of sons. So, the redemption is to bring back those Israelites that had forsaken the covenant, because they are still blood blood Israelites. They're still blood, you know. They're part of the patriarchy. Their lineage, to bring those back under the law. It says Galatians 4 and 6, and because ye are sons, the Most High have set forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son, and if a son, then an heir of the Most High through Mashiach. So, I mean, hey, this this book of ours is only for the Hebrew Israelites. It's only for the Hebrew Israelites. It's not for, you know, the Jewish. It's not for, you know, all of these other, the Moabite, the Ammonite, the Girgashite. It's not for these other nations. It's only for the tribe of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans whose forefather was Jacob. You know, it's not for the Edomites whose forefather was Esau. Well, that being said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I hope this lesson is edifying to the flock. Shalom.